Good morning, folks. Welcome to another Cabin Adventures. I'm outside. 7 years ago, Travis and I set out to find the perfect camping location on the Whispering Pines property. After much hemming and hawing, we finally settled on the perfect spot. Now, as you all know, the Whispering Pines has taken a beating the past couple of years. From the major windstorm or the E.37 tornado that touched down there back in 2020 to last year's ice storm that took down a bunch of trees. It has wreaked havoc on the property, but fortunately the bushcraft location has prospered in a way. We'll explain that as we are out there. However, that being said, lots of work to do before we get set up. We got to do some cleaning, we got to do some maintenance out there, make sure we find the perfect location. Do it once, do it right is the motto of this trip. So level out a nice place and then set up land. We have basically the entire day as set up. Unfortunately right now we're seeing a little bit of precipitation, but overall should be a great weekend. Glad to have you guys on board. We have made it to our point of entry. We're going to unload the truck, pack everything into the ATV. Might need 2 trips. We'll try to squeeze it into one. Let's see what happens. Round 1 of the escapade here, as far as equipment goes, is complete. Almost time for round 2, but it's really coming along here. The Oaks have cleaned the place up a little bit. Thanks to them. Greatly appreciated. We're going to clean up some of these trees as well before we get set up, just because there's a few leaners. We don't want leaners. Round 2 done. Let's jump on back out there and get things set up. Of course, we have a visitor. This is Polly. Hank, her husband, is usually around too. Apparently, Hank and Polly had some babies, so maybe they'll give us a visit this weekend. We shall see. But for now, time to unpack, load everything up into the coolers, and then we're going to head back to the cabin. We're going to pick up a few essentials from back there just because we like our creature comforts out here. Just a brief explanation, because you guys will hear us calling this place bushcraft. There's nothing about bushcraft around here. The hopes is to make this a bushcraft location. So a little bit of lean-tos, maybe some more bushcrafty items. But as before mentioned, after the storm, things kind of took a halt out here. And we unfortunately haven't been able to give this area as much love as it should. But we're here. We are here for the weekend. It's going to be awesome. Action-packed. What do you think, Polly? Do you approve? Now, don't scare us in the middle of the night, please. After several pulls and tugs on the old Husqvarna, she's a tired beast. Not quite sure what's going on with it. We'll have to investigate this a little bit further when we're not angry. But for now, we're going to go back to the cabin. We're going to grab a few items and, yeah, quickly pluck away at some of the stuff. As you folks can tell, the horse flies are absolutely unbearable. Thanks for the ride, Travis.
Yeah, deer flies, I think.
Deer flies, you're absolutely right, yeah. The horse flies are the big black honkers. Doing my duties as the passenger, trying to swat these flies away. So it's always good to have a backup. Chainsaw, that is. We'll see whether this one starts. The idea with the chainsaws was to cut this bad boy down. It obviously is a nuisance for this lovely location. I was going to even it out and have a nice place for my tent, but unfortunately we will look for other alternatives because number 2 will not start either. We're not sure what's going on, whether it's a air fuel mixture, whether it's the spark plug, whether it's the air filter. We'll rip them apart and take a gander later on, but for now it's time to clear off another location. So the idea is to make a nice level spot here. We're not too worried about twigs because we have a nice rug that we're going to stick underneath our tent. However, the key is to make it even enough so you're not tossing and turning throughout the night. Did I mention that it's hot? So right now it is actually 29 degrees. Feels like 32. Humidity is quite high today, as you can see by the sweat dripping down my brows. But we are making the best of it. Almost getting even here. Gonna grab the footprint, see what we're working with, and go from there. Basically, I'm going to be up there. I've abandoned my spot that was planned to be over there. There's too many sticks, twigs to try to even it out. A lot less work if I set up over here, which I will show you in a little bit. I'm giving myself 9 minutes. It is 2:08 with Travis's help. Let's see how long it takes. Excellent. All right.
Now
2:17. We did that in 12 minutes. Not bad. Right, it is 2:20. I am giving myself 7 minutes for my tent because I'm a little bit more experienced with it. We'll see how it goes. Nine minutes. 9 minutes. That's not bad. That is not bad. Starting to look pretty good out here. Now we just got to clean up some of the mess over there. As beautiful as this looks, there is a major fault in this design. We'll show you folks in a minute. So right now, all appears fine. Let's open this thing up. Oh, you immediately see it. The tent is on a major slant. So I would definitely be rolling over quite a bit. We're gonna move this guy, but that's gonna require us to rejig the kitchen setup. So we're gonna do that now. Well, welcome to the kitchen. Got a lovely bug setup here. We're gonna make sure keep the bugs at bay in there, but nice little setup to when we're actually cooking to keep us unbugged. The horse flies or deer flies have been somewhat at bay. It hasn't been too bad back here, but let me just tell you, as soon as you go off a little bit onto the trail, they start attacking you. Things are slowly coming along out here. We're gonna move my tent one final time. I think this time where the table used to be will be the perfect setup there. So at least a little bit in the shade, even right over there. We'll see. We'll keep you folks updated. No. Let's not do it retro this time.
No?
No. Let's not
okay.
do it retro.
How do you want it? Red would be me taking this. This one needs to go to the back.
No, that's enough. That's enough. We don't need. So here's the setup. Still have a little bit of cleaning to do, but we're getting there. Still a few action items remaining, but looking really good over there. We're taking 5 minutes just to enjoy the shade, because now the sun has kind of set a little bit, and at least it's not beaming on us, but certainly a frying pan out here. The breeze is beautiful. Pretty simple setup tonight. So we just changed the bags in these Coleman lanterns. So there's just a string tie mantle that ties onto these. We can attach a propane tank and it creates quite a bit of light. There is plenty of brush around. We have to be careful, certainly, to prevent forest fires. There's no question about that. But this is just how simple it is to catch all of this. Only takes one spark, one flint, and the thing is that controlled fires are strongly recommended. There's no question about that. We need to burn some of this brush, so that's what we will do. Just in a little pen like this, slowly but surely we'll make our way. Eventually we will have a pit out here, but for now this thing is perfect. Absolutely Bigfoot. Time for some relaxation. It is definitely one of those times where we're just enjoying it. We're enjoying it. We're gonna start making dinner in a little bit, but there's absolutely no rush. It is a picture perfect night out here, folks. It honestly could not get better than this. Honestly, the wind has made an impact. As far as mosquitoes and other critters, like The deer flies, black flies.
It's nice.
It is nice. Travis has the pulled pork going here. Looking mighty fine. How's the bug shelter there, Trav?
Oh, there's definitely some bugs inside the shelter.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately. You know, the call is coming from inside the house. I'm sure it's not as bad as it would be otherwise, but there is definitely a few critters in here.
Definitely some critters, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, plenty really close.
That is, yeah. No shortage of skeeters bouncing off the bug tent. What a concoction. Some pulled pork with a beautiful view. Well, that was a phenomenal meal. I would definitely rate that a 9 out of 10. Couldn't get much better for the simplicity that it was. Top-notch stuff. For now, we're just going to chill by the fire, enjoy what is left of the night, hopefully get some night photography. If I do, we'll attach it before bed, but for now, we'll see you folks in the morning. A real village back here.
Happy campfire.
Well, good morning, folks. You guessed it, it's outhouse o'clock. Took Big Red out here. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. All is good. Yeah, so for today, nothing specific on the agenda. We're going to play it by ear. Maybe do some fishing. We'll see how it goes. But the plan is to stay cool. It is hot once again, and well, there's not much shaded locations out there, back there. But we'll make the best of it. We'll see you folks out. Good morning, Polly. How was your sleep? On today's lunch menu, pizza wraps. Should be delicious. So we got a chainsaw going. We're gonna chop up some trees, but we've sent both chainsaws that didn't start yesterday to our chainsaw specialist. Hopefully he can get them going for us. Two down, two to go. Certainly a hot one. So as you folks can see, I am wearing chaps, just making sure that in the scenario that the chainsaw slips, it will completely stall out. Safety glasses, yes, I have been wearing the safety glasses the entire weekend. I've had so many cabin adventures that stuff gets in the eye, you just kind of wreck your regular everyday glasses, and at least these ones will keep my eyes safe. And of course I'm wearing earplugs as well, just to make sure that the decibels don't hurt my ears. But so far so good. We're just taking a wee little bit of a break because, like as I said, it's a hot one. We don't want to overexert ourselves. Lots of water, lots of hydration. We'll keep going. I just took off the chaps. It basically looks like I peed myself.
A little sweaty.
A little sweaty. We got ourselves a permanent fire pit. Load some rocks around it, make it all pretty here, but this is a start. I've used these gloves about 3 times. Now these are nice because basically they are chainsawing gloves, but unfortunately where I'm holding the actual handle has completely rubbed off, and this side as well is turning, and you see the wear and tear, but still a little bit disappointed in these, unfortunately. Last bucket. Looking pretty good.
It's a warm one, but we're finally starting to get some long shadows here, some shade. Shower time soon.
The fire pit looking mighty fine. We are back at the cabin, but for one purpose. To me, it's my favorite part of the day. It's shower clock. As you can tell by my hair, she's a little stiff. Look like a crazy professor, but yeah, really looking forward to this. That is how we heat water. This is what I mean by a shower setup. This is just a simple Amazon special pump here. We flick this on. So water's 40 degrees right now. We're gonna cool that down with some cool water here, but pretty cool. Well, folks, that was what we call a majestic experience. I don't think that could feel any better. Minus this come out. The bugs are vicious. So this is what we call a Nova Scotian egg carton smoker. So what you do is you light up an egg carton in there, and the smoke deters the mosquitoes.
Well, we got some potatoes and the infamous boat, a little bit of butter, some beer in there, the infamous onion soup mix, which the package has gone missing for. Gonna put some red peppers and onions in there. Throw that over on our coals over there. And little yassix in here. Maybe gonna cook up some bacon to throw in this bonanza. We also have a salad. Ribs are defrosting. Keep you posted. Yassix in here cooking up bacon for these potatoes. You'd think those were the main course. Still got these ribs to go. There you go.
Delicious ribs. Looks like a delicious meal cooking away. A Nova Scotian smoker doing wonders. And not one, but 2 rack ribs. with that second rack of ribs onto the fire there. We're getting there slowly but surely. The potatoes are still need about 15-20 minutes more or less. That first rack of ribs is definitely ready to be rocked. We're gonna have some Caesar salad with that in here in a second and start dipping in. The ribs turned out mighty fine. Not bad for round one. Still got the taters to go. And of course, the barbecue style ribs. These are honey garlic. Did not mention that, but first batch is honey garlic, the second batch is barbecue. Another beautiful meal out here. Tough to believe that this is round one. Well, after round one, that was phenomenal. The ribs, the honey garlic was top notch. It was super awesome. So for the next ones, we have some Ruth's barbecue sauce on the side, of course. So we're gonna make these extra saucy since they're barbecue, and then have the potatoes with it. But the first course, the salad and the honey garlic ribs, top notch. The piece de resistance is slowly coming together. Let's open these bad boys up. Looking mighty fine. The barbecue style ribs, fantastic. They were absolutely top notch. We took off the potatoes off the wood stove. Bellies are pretty full. So what we're going to do is let those simmer for a little bit. We'll heat them up on the frying pan when time comes. But we're, like as I said, we're pretty full. This is a good hearty meal. But that's the beauty of potatoes. You can make them whenever. Breakfast, be all right. Travis has a little visitor. We're going to move this guy. Just right on these rocks. You'll be safer there, buddy. So that is the potato finished product. That is something that we are very much looking forward to tomorrow. So after those ribs, we decided to pump the brakes a little bit. Yes, those potatoes were going to be heavy. They were going to be heavy. They're bacon, onion, and we've already crushed literally an entire pig's worth of ribs. So for now, we're going to pump the brakes a little bit. We're going to enjoy what is this beautiful fire and basically relax. Today was a very active day, folks. We built that pit, those trees. They were something. They were something for sure. We fortunately didn't cut down the stumps, and we didn't cut down the last bit, just due to the fact that we were having chainsaw issues again. Yes, mechanics are something. It is a thing. We definitely are fortunate enough to have mechanical devices and to clear this. Unfortunately, this property has reached to the point that it requires mechanical devices to retrieve this foliage and everything of that sort. So there is a lot of brush around here, whatnot, makes things quite a bit quicker. However, that being said, we're going to relax here for a little bit, enjoy what is left of this evening, and we'll begin to shut things down here in the next hour or two. Good morning, Polly.
Hey, good morning, folks. From the bug tent this morning. Yes, the buggies are ferocious once again. She's going to be a even hotter day today. Right now, it's not too bad. The overcast is kind of keeping things at bay, but it'll definitely be muggy and hot. So, gotta keep cool today, gotta keep hydrated. Should be another great day out here. Return with the surface note and all. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. We're gonna, at some point in time, cut a bit of those stumps that are sticking out here. Just make it look a little bit better, but it's just much too hot to be running that thing a lot today. Just on the runway now, dropping off the pickaxe, the shovel or whatnot that we used to build the fire pit location. And still need some TLC. We need to configure some rocks and whatnot around it yet, but it's a work in progress. We'll see how far we get today. But yeah, had a little visit with Ty. He's building a little storage facility there, a little wood shed. So we'll save that for the next episode. As you folks may or may not see, the deer flies are vicious. And for lunch, a Cabin Adventure staple. Classic. I decided to brave the sun for a little bit. Got some progress done. I'll show you folks here. Pit is starting to look mighty fine. Try to do it so you guys don't see my shadow. But the back of the wall here, lots of support, nice and evenly done. Check it out from this side. But obviously the ground will erode a little bit. We will have some casualties, no question about that. But as you can see, generally speaking, I've jammed these in quite in there, so there shouldn't be too much movement on this side at least. But still want to get a few more flat rocks around here, particularly right in front of the pit, so we have a nice location when we are cooking over the fire to set things down nice and flat. This is pretty flat, but obviously a work in progress. So on to today's adventure, which is going fishing. We'll see how this is. I'm going to set the camera down because I have to be careful. This is a pallet walkway, so extra urgency is needed. But looking forward to casting those lines and getting onto the water. After a nice little jaunt through Pallet Alley, we have made it onto the lake. Let's hit the waters. Made it out onto the open waters. Beautiful evening. Got one on the line. Yeah, I'll let you film this. Get it here. There we go. Nice Billy bass. There we go. Beautiful large. Just unhook them quickly.
Being very careful with the hook, of course.
Of course. I'm gonna set the loosen this. Tension here. Sorry, less tension. There we go. Beauty. There she goes. Well, now we're into our boat ride here. Fishing escapade has been successful. 3 fish, 2 in the boat, 1 almost. It always tends to happen sometimes, but that's quite alright. Beautiful day out here. I think is the biggest. It certainly is. That's a keeper. super successful trip. We're back at the cabin. We're gonna do some showers now. Favorite part of the day. Cannot emphasize that enough. I know I've said this a few times already, but today has been a scorcher. So basically, it's been 32 degrees Celsius, so 42 degrees with the humidity. And for my American friends, 90 degrees Fahrenheit and 108, 109 Fahrenheit with the humidex. Very, very warm. Oh, heck yeah. Being clean feels good. This thing's pretty neat. I got this at Canadian Tire. It's an outbound portable barbecue, but honestly, for days like this, for adventures such as this one, absolutely perfect grill. And it takes butane, so not the greatest in the winter. I have taken it ice fishing a few times, but honestly, for picnics or even escapades such as this one, a great grill. A very easy meal, but delicious. I'm looking forward to this. It has been a minute since we ate those hot dogs, so really gonna be tasty. Unfortunately, I'm doing this all pretty here, but we're definitely not eating out here. Back there, it's a lot better. There are horseflies galore over here, and the skeeters. Actually, the skeeters aren't too bad standing here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, folks, we're going to scram into the bush there, and we got the thermostat going. At least that shall be safe for this. But we'll catch you folks up once we are done eating, because this is going to be a feast. Here on Cabin Adventures, we have woodland creatures.
Can we keep him?
This heat kind of ruins appetite in a way. We've had one burger each. We are absolutely stuffed. This should not be the case. We should usually be able to crush 2 of those burgers, but unfortunately our bellies are full. We're taking a break out here. Just a very still night. We feel there might be some rain on the horizon. We've been taking a look at the radar, and it does appear that it is over Peterborough right now. We'll see what happens, but for now, let's enjoy this. It's actually starting to cool down. The bugs have buggered off. We have thermocell and the citronella candle going here, and as well a tiki in the back. That's all as far as ammunition. We left the Nova Scotian smoker back there just to make sure that is that big. Honestly, that area has been top notch when it comes to the bugs. Horseflies completely bugger off around there, so that's mainly why we've been chilling over there. You come over by the campfire for a little bit and they just start getting into your hair, and it's just a messy state of ordeal. So anyways, we're gonna enjoy the rest of what is going on here, and for now, if nothing is updated, we'll fill you in on the weather, but we'll see about that. We'll catch you folks up in a little bit. So I ranted and raved about both showers, yesterday's and today's. But certainly, Travis and I came to consensus that yesterday's was far, far better. And the reason for that is that we felt that we didn't actually ever fully dry. The humidity is actually incredibly strong today, as before mentioned, and 10-degree difference between the actual temperature, between the actual feels like temperature. So yeah, incredible stuff. But yeah, we're right now it's very sticky still. I'm still in shorts, believe it or not. But mosquitoes are at bay. We put some bug spray on, so it's actually working. It is actually working. The tricks are working. We're having a good time out here. Just enjoying what we have. The weather has been okay so far. We do see some storms rolling in, but the temperature and the precipitation has been fluctuating between the time that it prognoses it and then keeps.
A lot of scary clouds.
Yeah.
Clouds have rolled past and done nothing.
Exactly. That's pretty much the summary of this evening. So we'll keep on enjoying this. We'll catch you folks up later. Well, good morning, folks. Pack up day Sunday. After 3 nights, 4 days out here, we're headed back to civilization. I'm gonna pack everything up here slowly but surely. It is a blister out here. It is scorcher. It is a frying pan. 34 degrees right now. Feels like 38, but that's gonna keep rising. So we're gonna try to get this all packed up very quickly and hit the old open trail. That's all she wrote for this campsite. It has been swell.
That air conditioning feels marvelous. That wraps up this adventure. Thank you guys so much for joining. From Travis and I, we'll see you on the next one.